Hello, my name is Melian, and today I will be discussing the future of haute couture. I chose haute couture as my topic for the Future of X assignment because I have always been interested in fashion and how it is inspired by and reflects social and political changes. With the recent surges in AI technology, I wanted to see how haute couture will adapt to it and present itself in the future. Before discussing haute couture's future, we have to have some background information. Haute couture is the creation of exclusive, custom-fitted high-end fashion design. The term haute couture is French, haute meaning high or elegant, and couture translates to sewing or dressmaking. Most of the haute couture you see is owned by LVMH Moet Hennessy, also known as LVMH, and it is owned by none other than Bernard Arnault, the founder and chairman of the company and the third wealthiest person in the world. Brands that fall under the LVMH umbrella are Gucci, Dior, Fendi, and many more. LVMH does not only own haute couture brands, but also distributions selective like Sephora and alcohols like Hennessy Veuve Clicquot. There are many interesting emerging technologies in haute couture like 3D printing. 3D printing technologies, or additive manufacturing processes, are within the prototyping phase of producing new garments and accessories. 3D printing helps brands create unique products with intricate designs. Iris van Herpen is a famous haute couture brand that utilizes 3D printing technology in its designs. Iris van Herpen is a Dutch designer that's known for fusing technology with traditional couture craftsmanship. A famous figure that wore her dress was Grimes at the 2022 Met Gala. Electronic textiles, or e-textiles, are manufactured with conductive fibers, microelectronics, and sensors that collect and transmit data. E-textiles like LED lights, sensors, and microchips can be woven into clothing. A famous example of e-textiles being used is Zendaya's dress at the 2019 Met Gala. E-textiles are implemented in haute couture for special projects and collections. Finally, AI-assisted designs can help designers generate new ideas by analyzing data analysis from trends or meshing ideas together via AI art generator. For instance, if a designer needs help creating new pieces for a collection, AI tools will study customers' preferences to help create a collection that caters to them while also catering to the designer's taste. Or a designer can type in something like snake shoes to an AI generator, and it will come up with a design that accurately reflects their request. Trends that will bleed into the future involve the environment and demographic change. Haute couture brands have worked alongside environmental groups extensively to create initiatives that help the environment and forge a new alliance between nature and creativity. Many of the plans involve precise targets that involve reusing recycled products. For instance, many haute couture brands that fall under the LVMH umbrella, like Louis Vuitton, stated that 100% of their new products will result from eco-design by 2030 with a minimal environmental footprint from the extraction of materials through their transformation. They will also follow the same sentiment towards packaging to achieve zero plastic from virgin fossil oil by 2026. Lastly, high-fashion brands have always valued products made to last. Because of this belief, many groups aim to upcycle or reuse precious materials, such as leather and fur, by identifying alternative materials to use. As stated earlier, 3D printing is an emerging technology. This means we could see it be implemented in packaging and clothes. In the next few years, there will be a 60% tick and recycled materials in packaging and clothing. The data set being presented represents the percentage of waste that has been recovered spanning from 2012 to 2021. There will also be a decrease in greenhouse gas emissions being used in haute couture. Aggregate carbon footprint amounts to 4,800,000 tons of CO2 equivalent. Calculating the carbon footprint has permitted them to identify the most important resources, such as raw material, sourcing, packaging, and transport of merchandise, both upstream and downstream. Many haute couture brands are committed to a carbon trajectory in line with the Paris Agreement by aiming to reduce greenhouse gases from energy consumption at its sites and stores by 2026. In addition, the groups will work to reduce or avoid at Scope 3 greenhouse gas emissions by 55%. Per unit added value by 2030, meaning that over 65% will be cut by 2040. Haute couture will experience a demographic change. Haute couture's target demographic is men and women aged 1860 with high yearly salaries who can afford to splurge on luxuries and those looking to gain status amongst their peers. The United States makes up 37% of buyers, Asia 20%, Europe 18%, France and Japan 6%, and other markets 13%. Although Asia is second in line regarding the biggest buyers of haute couture, brands are still trying to tap into the market. Brands have been committed to hosting fashion shows in capital cities and appointing more Asian ambassadors in 2040. There will be more Asian brand ambassadors and a surge in the sales of high fashion products in Asia in 2040. Haute couture's market is expected to significantly shift with the Asian demographics, surpassing or equaling the United States and buyer percentage driven by the group. Implementation of 3D printing and e-textiles in designs, projects, and collections. AI will assist more artists when it comes to creating designs. America and Europe will remain the biggest consumers of high fashion, with Asia trailing right behind them. In 2040, the high fashion market is expected to see a significant shift, with the Asian demographic in buyer percentage driven by the brand's successful expansion efforts in Asia. In 2040, 3D printed and e-textile clothing will transition from the runway to everyday wear, as demonstrated by brands like Iris Van Herpen. Haute couture labels are expected to widely adopt these technologies for both runway and daily fashion, integrating 3D printed materials and smart textiles with microelectronics. Thank you so much for watching my presentation. I hope you all enjoyed watching it.